Welcome. Welcome to another day in the Elajas era. I'm your host with the most bowls, Taylor Elajas. You doing good? I'm doing pretty good, but are you doing good though? I'm doing pretty good. So today, we are here at Quality Time Network, and we're gonna have a quality time discussing the Hip Hop Rookie of the Year. You know how we give it up. You know how we get down. What's going on to y'all in the comments? What's going on with y'all in the stream right now? You know how we give it up. We're going to start off with the criteria as always. What's good, King Africa Mac? Criteria: well produced, well engineered, well mixed music. We all know the vibes. We know the currents with that. Signed or unsigned? Unsigned artists, you're only going to get so far as an unsigned artist. You have to be able to show me that you can get signed. And, it's relatively easy to get signed. But with unsigned artists, you're really only going to go so far. It's unfortunate, but the industry will always be circulated around labels and people benefiting off of labels. So, it kind of sucks, but that's just what it is right now. Interviews. Okay. What kind of interviews do you have? All right. Tours. Who are you touring with? Are you touring? How many people come out to your shows? Do they actually care about your music while you're on tour? Social media presence. What's the social media presence looking like? You know what I'm saying? You got people out here engaging with your posts. You drop a video and get 10,000 views, but you got 20 comments. That's trash. Your engagement is cheeks. Sorry to tell you. Cosigns. Okay. Who has cosigned you? Who's out here saying, yo, I like this artist. I'm going to back him for real. Bodies of work. How many bodies of work do you have? Mixtapes. What's going on? People joining right now. We're going to get real into it real soon. We just going down the criteria real quick. Analytical results. Okay, what kind of numbers are you putting up? YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, all these things make sense and go into the criteria as well. Analytical results, YouTube views, magnitude of notable song. Okay, where is this song going? Do people actually like this song? Where has it been going outside of that person's state and region? And last but not least, platforms featured on. Okay, what platforms were you on? And that one's a big one because media needs rappers and artists just as much as artists need media, and we need to understand that. Ocean Walls, what is good with you? We just got done with the criteria, and we're gonna get into the latter in a moment, but that's the criteria, guys, and we run it down every week just so you guys know it's more than just the music. It's way more than just the music. You can have a fire album, but music is definitely subjective. Okay, anybody can say that album is fire, but is it truly fire? I can say something's really heat, but you might think it's the bottom of my butt cheek. You know what I'm saying? But you're entitled to think that. You're truly entitled to think that, but we use things outside of the music as well as the music because, we started off with well-engineered and well-produced music. So let's get into our honorable mentions, okay? Because before we get into our ladder, we always get into the honorable mentions of the people that you may see on the list next week, you may not, or people that are in contention to be Hip Hop Rookie of the Year eventually. Or just people that I want you to listen to because they're fire. Okay, we're here to discuss, and I'm here to put you guys on to music because I love music. Okay, if you go to my page, it's all entertainment and hip hop, R&B. I like to put y'all on. I like to make y'all laugh, entertain y'all. And in this show, I'm going to come to a conclusion at the end of the year. Who will be the Hip Hop Rookie of the Year? So, honorable mentions. I say it every week, and I'm going to keep saying it until you guys know this man's name because he deserves respect. And I'm talking respect with a K, not CT. Okay. DDG. All right, Mr. DDG. YouTube star turned rapper. This man is fire. One of the leading members of Views for Double XL Freshman Pitches. Okay. You will know this man. He has a song called Run It Up with Mr. YBN, Namir, and G Herbo. Go listen to that. All right. Also, go listen to Lil Baby. Fire. Okay. Yes, DDG, Mr. King Africa Mac. Go listen to DDG. He is fire. Okay. Rico Nasty. All right, Rico Nasty, she is also the goods. Okay, make sure you listen to Rico Nasty. Remy Ma gave a stamp for Rico Nasty recently on Rap Genius. Okay, make sure you go bump Rico Nasty. She has a song called In the Air featuring Block Boy JB, which I do like. Now, I kind of want to touch on Block Boy JB for a couple seconds. It is just crazy how he got that boost in exposure and clout from Drake, and then kind of seems like Drake just kind of sucked it up, and it just went away. Like Didi, Block Boy JB, just his time has kind of been running up. Like I don't even know what we need from him because he's had some okay singles. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? A Earthquake. The Drake effect really is truly a big thing, as Deem said. It's like, bro, he helps you with the Look Alive. Song got a major dance out, and that's very important to me because it gets the people bumping and jumping and gets people involved. Stripes Over Chicks. DDG is a YouTuber. You are in fact correct. Turned rapper, a rapper. I like his music. He makes good music subjectively, but his numbers also don't lie. His fan base does not lie. His engagement does not lie. He just recently came off tour. He has some sold out dates. There are definitely something to say. There's a lot of significance and substance rather in having a engaging fan base, because I'm telling you, he's one of the leaders in views on Double XL freshman pitches. Now, I don't like Double XL like that. Okay. But that view number is a direct representation of the fact that his fan base went over to that video and watched it simply because he told them to. You know what I'm saying? King African Max says, no such thing as YouTuber turned rapper, then white folks don't lie. How so? That's like stripper turned rapper, aka Cardi B, aka female that drugs men turned rapper. But Rico Nasty, In the Air featuring Block Boy JB, go ahead and bump that. Young Een Ace. A song you listen to by him is I Can't. He was also featured on No Jumper, had a music video up on No Jumper. Lil Peep, Turn They Back, and Impatient Freestyle are some good songs to go bump by Lil Peep. I enjoy Lil Peep. I think his name will also start to bubble, but he's, on the lower rankings right now. Okay. Now, I think a lot of you guys may know Mr. Polo G, Chirac. You know what I'm saying? Chi Town. You feel me? A lot of people know Polo G, Finer Things, one of his bigger songs. And now Pop Out is on Billboard, and that's a fire song. Has over 2 mil on Genius Open Mic. So people definitely are enjoying this track. Let's take a little dip, though, into the comments as you guys having a little discussion. What other YouTubers turn rapper? Man said PewDiePie, don't do that. YBN Almighty J is a rapper turned YouTuber, and so will a lot of other rappers, because I'm telling you, it's very essential to have something like that. People feel connected to you. I think if you're a rapper, you should have a YouTube channel. You should do tour vlogs, as you see. And if you're going to say that, then you have to say 2 Chainz is a YouTuber, because man drops mad YouTube videos now and to me, 2 Chainz is so smart for this, because he's dropping his own Genius Verified for his own songs, which is, to me, so smart. So smart to where he's breaking down his own lyrics as opposed to Rap Genius doing it, and he's making his own platform and doing that for himself. I think that's so smart of 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz is a very smart individual. But yeah, rappers doing that a lot nowadays. They're dropping tour vlogs. They're interacting with their audience. That's just what the rap game is nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Polo G is definitely on his way up, and I need a full tape. Body Works is not there. There's just not a body of work for me to go to. So that also hinders him. That's also what hinders Lil TJ from being on the list, because Lil TJ has been making moves. You know what I'm saying? Just moves. He's on Funk Flex, and now that was my first introduction to Lil TJ a little while ago when he freestyled on Flex, and I feel like he had to have killed 150 people in that freestyle alone. Like Lil TJ was just shooting a whole bunch of people in that freestyle. I don't think he was ready for that platform, but Lil TJ still fire. and that kind of held me back from Lil TJ for a little bit because I heard that freestyle and I was like, the first bit was cool, but then he just started killing a bunch of, like, he was just like, I'm gonna shoot you in your face, I'm gonna shoot you in your face, I'm gonna shoot you in your eye, I'm gonna shoot you in your left hip, and I was just like, all right, I need a little more substance than you're just gonna shoot a bunch of people. But taking a little dip back into the comments, it's just hard to relate to YouTubers turn rappers, but that's just my think. I think you have to go in with a opener mind and just listen to the music rather than their status of being a YouTuber first before they went to rap. Facts, Finer Things is that ish. Indeed it is. Roddy soon blow past them all. Roddy, actually, we're going to talk about Roddy a little more today, but he actually has a project that he's been working on as well, which is definitely awesome. Wait, that's Deem in the background. The baby music, fire. The baby music is 100% fire, and there's some other things that has allowed him to be first on this list. Don't get it messed up. You know, it's way more than just a subjective aspect of the music. But Polo G, listen to Gang With Me, because we all know Finer Things. We all know Pop Out. Listen to Gang With Me. Oh my gosh. Every time we pop out, oh, I got the gang with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to bump that song. It's fire. I get ridiculously hype to that song. So go ahead and bump Gang With Me by Polo G. What's going on, guys? We still at the honorable mentions. Zay HD and COHD. Okay. They make some different kind of music. It's definitely eccentric, but I enjoy it. There's a song named TikTok that they have out. Oh, Polo G Hollywood is also fire and tough and also Battle Cry. But Zay HD and COHD, they have a song called Tick Tick, and I enjoy it. Okay. But that they kind of are in more of the younger range. So if you're willing to have an open mind and listen to that type of music, then you should go ahead and bump that. And I believe the baby robbery story over Soulja's. I believe Soulja's story. I don't believe Soulja is lying, you know. But the baby is really real out here. Man has shot people in Walmarts. He did some 007 in his own crib, shooting people in his own crib. You know, I believe both their stories, but the baby definitely, he has that believability. And I'm a avid battle rap fan. Super avid battle rap fan. So believability is a big thing for me, but we're also in the time where it's okay for you not to be super believable. You know, like I don't mind that. We're at a time where you don't have to be super believable, but if you make good music, people ignore it. And at the end of the day, do we really still want people out here actually killing people? You know? So, but anyway, Polo G, Gang With Me, listen to that. Next up, Flip Dinero. Now, I was telling you guys last week, well, taking a little dip into the comments, DDG does not rap about guns. Even though he has a gun, but he does not rap about guns. Listen to the music. Listen to the music before we give our subjective opinions about it. But I do believe that he makes good music. Run It Up is a good song. That's more of a strip club song. I think you should also listen to Lil Baby. Those are good songs in my opinion. Flip Dinero. Okay. He has a new song called If I Tell You. It's a very good song. You know, he's from out of BK. So I got to support the NYC artist. But I was saying for a little bit, he needed a little boost. Okay. He needed a little boost because, you know, after Leave Me Alone, I didn't want him to be a one-hit wonder. I didn't want him to be a one-hit wonder because he makes good music. I enjoy his music, for real. I truly enjoy his music, so I wanted him to be able to come back. You know, he's featured on T-Pain's album. That was another great look. But we needed something else. You know, we definitely needed something else outside of that. You know, Party. I definitely consider putting Party in the honorable mentions list. He has a couple good songs out there. I need him to do a little bit more, though. I need him to definitely do a little bit more. Stripes Over Checks, we're definitely going to get into Roddy in a little bit. We're just going through the honorable mentions before we get to the actual list. This isn't even the actual list. This is just me going through honorable mentions of people you should listen to and people that you may see on the list eventually, but they just need to do a little more. You know, they're bubbling. These are people on the bubble. If you watch college basketball, they're on the bubble. Okay. King African Max says, I heard him talking about girls. DDG does actually get females quite a bit. Flip Dinero, ZHD and CEO HD, 10K cash. Okay, 10K cash. I don't know if you guys heard Aloha, yes. I Smell Gas, No Stress. Yes, it's a great song. Uh, it was very popular on TikTok for a little while. If any of you are on TikTok, younger crowd oriented song. 10K Cash. That's that dude. I dropped a reaction for him yesterday, commented on it. I heavily appreciate that. But he also has a new song called Geek It Up. He says he's the originator of the Woe, which is now starting to push a lot of the old dances out. And it's an easy dance to do. Of course, people are still gonna mess it up somehow, some way. People take easy dances and just make it really awkward. But that's gonna happen regardless. But he's definitely saying he made one of the more popular dances today, and it's just little shimmy shoulders. I enjoy it. 10K Cash is definitely on the bubble. He's on the rise. Look out for 10K Cash, but he's definitely one of the more I make fun music type of vibes. You know what I'm saying? It's a reflex. It definitely looks like someone tapped you on your shoulder and you was like getting ready to square up. It definitely is definitely one of those, but easy to do, gets people involved. I definitely enjoy the fun, and he's one of those fun artists where it's like, yeah, we're gonna vibe out, we're gonna have some fun. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have some fun. So Callboy, envy me. Okay? Envy me. I needed him to do more because he's had some projects out and they're great projects, but of course, people are going to look at you after your notable song. Sometimes people don't care about what you did before that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people don't care what you did before your notable song came out. So we have to see what you do after that. He's with Dream Chasers now. That's a great cosign and people to attach yourselves to 100%. But I definitely needed him to come out with something new to where I can latch onto it, because we haven't really seen him for a while since Envy Me. And like I said, I really don't want people to fall into that one-hit wonder category and box that people might try to put them in, when I know for a fact that they're good enough to not do that. I know for a fact they're good enough to be outside of that one-hit wonder range. I'm responsible for at least 13,398 streams of Envy Me, because it's like a minute and 50 seconds, so I believe you. What's good, VIP? Where LTD? We're talking about honorable mentions. We're going to get into the latter quite soon, but the song's like about a minute and 50, so it's understandable why you bump it so many times. And I guarantee you, the TikTok community is responsible for like 600,000 of those streams outside of that. You know what I'm saying? So Cowboy has a new song called Tell the Truth. Okay, that's a banger. Like, I love Tell the Truth. It's a banger. May or may not touch Billboard, who knows, but it is a banger nonetheless. Can't say that's a great for him. Look at Wale. Do you mind elaborating on that point? Stripes over checks. But Callboy, definitely 100% getting that Dream Chasers look. Maybe that's what you're talking about. I definitely believe that it is a good look, because Meek Mill is at that stature. We saw Meek in the club with Jim Jones bumping Envy Me, and things become memes very quickly. So even something as little as Meek Mill bumping Envy Me in the club, and Jim Jones looking like the old man that doesn't know how to bump to the new age music, something like that still allows people to listen to the song, and it gets in their head to make someone go find out what the song is. And that's just promo. All these things in the internet is promo. All these things in the internet is promo. Wale, I feel like MMG just didn't care about Wale though. His rise, but the Wale situation isn't gonna happen with everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be a every case basis is gonna end up with the Wale to where MMG didn't do as much for Wale as they should have. Yeah, Dean, you guys should actually do a deeper dive into who really created the woe. I would like to see that, because that's not what we're here to do. So, Callboy, Tell the Truth. Listen to that. Melly, okay. In my first rookie letter, the man was second. The man was second on my first ever rookie ladder, and now look at him. They're trying to put him in the freaking chair. They're trying to give him the death penalty. You don't understand how sad that makes me, man, because I found him at the top of the year, went back, listened to a whole bunch of music before he ended up going to jail for what they're trying to say. It's killed his two best friends in cold blood. They got him for trying to kill a police officer. or killing a police officer. There's just a lot on Millie's head right now. They're trying to give him the death penalty, and it sucks. It sucks. Okay, 100%. And I wish he didn't do it. If he did do it, that's just terrible. Why would you do these things? But Melly still makes such great music. He's so creative. He was so innovative with his sound. And, it's a shame that we may lose him, but if you want to go back and listen to a couple songs, Slang That Iron and 772 Love are great songs to listen to. Now, I don't know. This is a whole even deeper issue with the death penalty. To me, I'm gonna just get my 2 cents before you move on. I feel like if somebody does something like that, it'd be worse to let them rot in jail than to just give them the death penalty. But I'm not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about music, and we're here to talk about Hip Hop Rookie of the Year honorable mentions. Okay, and last but not least, we have Why Yo Chi, and that's WYO.Chi. Okay, a song to listen to by him is Shine. Okay, it's a little Philly young bull, and he is a great artist. He's young. He's real young. I think he might be like 16 or something. He's a little small, but he is a bubbling artist. I enjoy his music. So I'm going to run down the honorable mentions one more time. Okay, but before we do that, let's take a dip into the comment section real quick. Okay, King African Max says, yeah, bro, look into it. Funny 10K is my man's. And the young Deji Negro commented on my page, so they both cool. Okay, cool. That's awesome. We need a deep dive, Quality Time Network, on who actually started the woe. Law said, it's FL. Deem says, free Melly. Did he kill his friends? And IDK, if I want to be in jail forever. That's what I'm saying. Like, you obviously don't want to be in jail forever, but, I feel like death is just the easy way out if you actually did something like that. Triceps Check says, I don't think so. Ever heard of YKO Cyrus? That is the man that made Worth It. He is fire. Allegedly, but hell yeah, he did it. The proof is overwhelming. Sometimes, I don't know, because there could be proof in the pudding, but then it still could not be true. But I'm also not here to talk about anybody's open case. So let's run down the honorable mentions one more time, and then we're going to get into the actual ladder and go into our deep dives. Okay, so honorable mentions. DDG, what's going on? Cooler than mints. We're going to run down. Whoa. Actually. I'm going to dip into what was just said real quick because I love hip-hop. Okay, I love hip-hop with a passion. Okay, but I also am an R&B head. You guys should listen to my Late Night Joints playlist that drops every Friday, as well as my Stovetop playlist and my Elajas Aesthetics playlist for breaking new artists. I listen to a lot of R&B, okay? Lord says, facts, YKO gotta help bring R&B back. Now, there's a lot of artists that are bringing R&B back, okay? So I just want to take a dip into that real quick because, we have Mariba. She's super, super fire. Black, super, super fire. Jacquees, super, super fire. Okay, please. Let's put some respect on the other artists' names. I wish I could name more off the top of my head, but you guys should 100% listen to my Late Night Joints playlist where there are always R&B jams and R&B vibes over there. Okay, Thutmose is also another one. He's quite flames. Okay. R&B to me is very strong and popping right now. I really don't enjoy when people say that there's not an R&B presence out there right now, because to me it's very strong. To me, it's very strong. Kalani's still putting up bangers. Kalani's still Ella May still putting up bangers. Like take a dip into the R&B scene because Daniel Caesar still putting up bangers. Anderson .Paak still putting up bangers. Like the Brent Faze is putting up bangers. When Bryson Tiller comes out, he's gonna put out bangers. Like the scene is very much still alive and well. So I just wanted to mention that real quick because I'm just as into the R&B scene as I am. And Lloyd, his most recent album is also fire. And Trey Songz put out a great project as well still. So I just wanted to make that clear that R&B is still on and popping. It's still alive and well. Okay? It's still alive and well. I don't consider Anderson .Paak to be hip hop though. I don't consider Anderson .Paak to be hip hop. Like whenever they put him, he's kind of in his own like soul vibe. I put him more in soul because yeah, he can rap, but I put him more in soul than I put him in hip hop. You know, hip hop definitely is a wide umbrella, so I understand why Apple Music does that. But you know, I put him in a more soul category. You know, he makes me vibe. Like I feel that in my chest anytime I listen to Anderson .Paak. Tries over checks. Go listen to Blueface. Oh my gosh, he is fire. You need to definitely put yourself on to that man because he is the goods. I cannot think of a song off the top of my head right now, but when you look into Blueface, any song is fire. I'm gonna just do that. Let's just say that any song is fire. And if you want to go with one of the top songs, if you have Apple Music, they obviously have the top section of the more popular songs. They're all fire. Okay. What's going on, Insta-Dro? We're going to run down the honorable mentions, and then we're going to get into the ladder. Okay, honorable mentions. DDG. Lil Baby is a song you're supposed to do by DDG. Okay, Rico Nasty, In the Air, featuring Block Boy JB. Young Geen, Ace, I Can't. Lil Pete, Turn They Back. Polo G, Gang With Me. Okay, Flipped an Arrow, If I Tell You. Zay HD and CEO HD, Tick Tick. 10K Cash, Geek It Up. Callboy, Tell the Truth. Wine W Melly, Slang That Iron, and 772 Love. And YO Chi, Shine. Okay. Now that we went through all of the honorable mentions, let's go to the ladder, shall we? Okay. Taking a dip into the comments real quick. Now you write R&B is still rocking. 100%. It really is still rocking. He was on that Money All Around name ish. Just not mainstream with Gold Link and Shy Glizzy. Shy Glizzy is fire. I enjoy Shy Glizzy. Gold Link, I think, should be at a higher platform than he is right now. But wait. Actually, I want to take 2 seconds to take a little dip into Sheck West. How do you guys feel about Sheck West? Is it over for Sheck West? You know, that's my main question. Is it over for Sheck West? And I'm going to try to speak as I plug in my computer charger. But is it over for Sheck West? Okay, the man had Mo Bamba, and his album kind of flopped. Boom goes Dynamite. The charger is now in. He had Mo Bamba, and now from the get-go, I was worried that he was not going to be able to capitalize off of Mo Bamba. I think that they put out his album way too quickly. I think they should let Mo Bamba keep increasing in popularity, and then drop the album. They dropped it way too early to the point where no one was going to check for it because we're still bumping Mo Bamba. We don't care enough to bump the album. You know, we did not care enough to bump the album. We're still bumping Mo Bamba. You know, he had Live Sheck West, great song. You know, Don't Check and Gold Link got beef. Indeed, they do, because Gold Link is dating Sheck West's old girlfriend, which the old girlfriend is saying that Sheck West was beating on her and giving her the breaks. Okay, so they indeed have beef, but Sheck West is hanging on by a thread. I think the thread is gone at this point. I don't even know. Justine Skye, 100%. Justine Skye definitely derailed his career right now because, you know, the community has no sympathy for women beaters. Okay, and that's 100% justified. It's truly justified, 100%. But off of Sheck West, okay, Sheck got to show he really nice. Is he really nice though? You know, he's an energy guy. He's an energy guy, and I like Sheck West. His personality is there. He definitely has a great personality, but I think it's over for him right now. Like some months have to go by, and to me, I always get worried, and this is also why I'm worried for Lil Nas X. But he seems to be creative enough and to be in a certain bag to where people are going to allow him to just do his thing, to where like he can still just vibe out and make any type of music. But when you reach heights of a Mo Bamba so quickly, it's hard to go anywhere else. You know, it's hard to go anywhere else but down. Like when you reach Lil Nas X status of having your remix and your original song top 2 on Billboard, it's like, where else do you go from here? It's like, where else do you go from here, truly? Like where like nothing else is gonna compare to this unless he has multiple top 10 or top 20 Billboard tracks when his album comes out on some Khalid. You know, Khalid is, if you look on the hip hop and R&B Billboard, this man Khalid is all over that. Like he's just boom 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 boom, like all his songs are on that damn Billboard. Okay. But Lil Nas X is playing a smart game though. You know, he's dipping and dabbling. He's now trying to make a rock song. So we're definitely going to see how that plays out. But the hip hop rookie letter is now on the screen. I see you guys discussing a little bit. So let's take a dive into it because see, there's some interest on why the list is the way it is. Okay, so let's go bottom up. All right, Roddy Ricch. Now, last week, Roddy wasn't even on the damn ladder. Okay. Roddy wasn't even on the damn ladder. What's going on? Cece, how you doing? How are you doing? So, to the ladder. Roddy Ricch wasn't even on the damn ladder last week. Okay. And as you guys can see, it's nice new format, right? Let me know how you guys feel about the new format. You know, I'm digging it. Let me know if you guys are digging it as well. But Roddy is at 6 now. Man was not on the ladder before, but Roddy, I learned some new information from the interview I watched from his with Big Boy. Okay, Big Boy Radio. I watched this interview with Roddy Ricch, learned some new things. Okay, and Roddy said his inspiration is Future. Okay, his inspiration is Future, which is interesting. And what makes it so interesting is because he said his inspiration is Future because Future is arrogant. And he loves the fact that Future is so arrogant. And Big Boy literally corrected him and was like, do you like the fact that he's confident? And Roddy's like, no, because he's arrogant. But then he proceeded to say that people think he's arrogant and he doesn't know why. And I'm just like, what? Like you just said you idolize a person that is arrogant and you like him because he's arrogant. But then when people feel like you're arrogant, you're confused. I was kind of confused by that, but you learn something new every day. He also did not think that Racks in the Middle would be a smash hit. He really didn't. Like that's crazy. That's something new. Something new to know that he didn't think that Racks in the Middle would be a smash. That's that song kind of creeps on you though. Like I heard it a couple times, and it's a good song. Don't get it messed up, but obviously the magnitude of what happened to our community made that song tenfold, and now it's shooting up. 100%. But he was also on tour with Post Malone. I know they have a song together. He's on the WoW remix, but he also went on tour with Post Malone. Now, that's also a great cosign, 100% a great cosign. Post Malone is in a different category. Like Post Malone is in the Taylor Swift category. Like, and to me, social media wise, you're in a different category if you go on Instagram and when you see like the hashtags on top, all the related hashtags. When one artist has like 40 related hashtags, that's how you know you're in a different bag. You're just in a different bag. You're in a different level of society. Like today, don't ask me why though. Taylor Swift. I was on Taylor Swift, and Taylor Swift has like 60 related hashtags for no reason. And so does Post Malone. So to have that cosign is definitely a great thing. And Post Malone actually hit him up. Post Malone actually hit him up saying, yo, you want to come on tour with me? And Roddy was like, all right, yeah, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, our new viewers? We're talking about Roddy Ricch. Okay, Mr. Roddy Ricch, and why he's at number 6. But let's take a dip into the comments real quick. Lil Nas winging it, okay? But none of his previous or old songs anywhere close to the Old Town Road, and that's facts, and that's my worry. Where can you go from here? That's my thing. When you have a remix and an original song top 2 Billboard for weeks, you overtook God's Plan for streaming. Like, where do you go from here? To overtake God's Plan is crazy, and that happens so quickly. When an artist is at such an incline way too quickly, it's like there's really so much you can do from here unless his album does just as well. And I'm just gonna make a prediction here that Lil Nas is not an album guy. there's artists that are single producers, and then there's artists that produce in albums. And I think that Lil Nas X will be a singles producer and not an albums producer. But however, we have not heard a full project from him as yet. So, but that is my prediction, though. That's my pre-prediction of what is to come for Mr. Lil Nas X. King African Max says, I think that's why he's previewing everything so people can choose. I think at this point, people are going to allow him to just do whatever. I don't think they'll box him in a country because he already has a different sound. So, like, he already has an undefinable sound that has not been defined yet because we didn't really have a distinct country hip-hop genre. So I think they're going to allow him to do things like dip into rock and dip into, maybe if he wanted to drop an R&B song. Maybe, I feel like his fans and just the hip-hop community in general will allow him to do such a thing. But I want to take a 2-second, detour, because Dave East, he said, this old town road is trash, right? And then he was on IG Live smoking and bumping the song. The man's confusing me, honestly. Don't know if it's cloud chasing or if he's just trying to confuse everyone, but hey. Camp Mac also says, Roddy sound like a young Future. They both Scorpios. Roddy took his style from Speaker Knockers, another Scorpio. Oh, King African Mac with the deep dives. Okay. Post Malone ain't hip hop, he's super pop. But he tried to take a dip into hip hop with White Iverson. I don't like the fact that he took his dips into hip hop and then was like, I'm not a hip hop artist. That always kind of made me a little salty. But Cameron Mac also says, Roddy been doing his thing. He still got the Marshmallow feature too. Also facts. And as in a way different bag than telling you people sleeping on Roddy. I'm not sleeping on Roddy 100%. I know when the album drops, the slap, because it has to slap. Because Feed the Streets 2 is one of my top albums of 2018, but it didn't do as well as it should have. Okay. You got an album like Famous Crip still on the billboards when Feed the Streets should be way higher than Famous Crip. Subjectively, obviously. But, if everyone says that Roddy's music is better, then why is Feed the Streets not higher? Especially when Roddy Ricch does whenever he drops a video. And he has heavy impact, But, yeah, that's my man's right now. I can 100% tell that. You don't got to tell me that. I can tell that is your man's. And still made the Marshmallow song hip-hop, spit Post Malone's hottest bars. I'll wait, 100%. I'm not taking that away from Roddy. He's in a different category with features, because to get those type of features, to be able to be in a bag where you're now with people that cater to the audience that you may not be able to reach, that's awesome. That's 100% awesome. People in Post Malone's and Marshmallow's audience may not be running to the newest Roddy Ricch song. You know what I'm saying? That just may not be the case. But with Roddy was also supposed to be on tour with Kodak, but some behind the scenes things happened and it didn't really get to go down. Okay, it didn't get to go down. Some behind the scene things went into play, but Roddy is still 6. Every week the ladder is subject to change. Okay, he wasn't really on the list before. Now he's back on the list. So let's give him credit for that. He can 100% move back up, but I think he's actually been having some issues with Meek Mill, because they're supposedly like really tight and close. And in the Big Boy interview, when he was asked about Meek Mill, he was like, I've been doing my thing. We've been doing our thing. We're not really seeing each other as much. He still got the Dream Chaser chain though, but yeah, it seems like, I feel like Meek Mill wants to have control over these artists. What's going on? New viewers coming in. I think that Meek Mill wants to have control over these artists, but they don't really want that control. Like Melly went with Tory Lanez over Meek. I feel like Roddy is also trying to distance himself from Meek. I feel like Meek wants super control of these artists, and these artists are not trying to relinquish that control to Meek, especially with Melly, because it seems like Melly was really not trying to let these guys get in her pants. But leaving Roddy, who was at 6. Okay. And on to Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, and I actually just learned today why Megan Thee Stallion is called Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, so I'm going to put you guys on game real quick. So in Houston, tall baddies are called stallions. Okay, and at 15 years old, some old guy looked at Megan and was like, "Oh, you a stallion?" And she was like, "What? I'm gonna call the cops. You're gonna go to jail for pedophilia." Went home and talked to her family, and the family was like, "Yo, that's a good thing. You know, that's a good thing. It means that you're a baddie and you're tall." And she's like, "Oh, word, cool." So after that day, she changed all her social media handles to the Stallion. So that's why she is Megan the Stallion now. Recently, she was brought out by Gunna. That's also a great cosign. It's 100% a good cosign. Gunna is a impactful artist right now. I feel like he's definitely going to be able to influence artists coming up because he is a subsector of Young Thug, and people were influenced by Young Thug the same way that Young Thug was influenced by Lil Wayne. You know, the cycle continues. Like, people were influenced by Gunna and Lil Baby, same way that Lil Baby and Gunna and Lil Keed were influenced by Young Thug, and Young Thug was influenced by Lil Wayne. You know, the cycle continues. Okay. She was 15. DDO, the old men are 100% nasty. But Megan Thee Stallion also said she wants to make ladies feel like bad biddies. She wants to make them feel real bad and sexy. You know, she originally wanted to be a plastic surgeon. She really wanted to be a plastic surgeon, but she doesn't like blood. You know what I'm saying? She didn't like blood. So she ended up making music instead to try to make ladies feel like bad biddies. And I think that she does that along with the City Girls very well. Okay. Her favorite rapper is Pimp C. That's interesting. Favorite rapper is Pimp C. She also listens to a lot of 3 6 Mafia. And her mom was also a rapper. Okay, what's going on, Red Moon Chan? We're currently talking about Megan Thee Stallion, who is listed at number 5. Okay, there's gonna have the controversy though. In terms of what? Elaborate for me. Okay, and to me, that she probably would. I want to know what kind of Houston milk she's been drinking if she looked like a grown woman at 15, or maybe that guy was just really old and weird. Because there are a lot of old and weird men out there in this world. Okay, do not get it messed up. Okay. Apparently, dudes are also in an uproar that she likes anime. You know, fun fact, if you actually cared about that. I didn't, but I wanted to let you guys know in case you actually cared about it. She likes anime. Okay. She likes anime. But, oh, in that video, she's taller than Gunna. Now, I think Gunna is like average height, but she made Gunna look like a midget. She made Gunna look like a midget. So that's, if you want to take like measurements of if you think Megan Thee Stallion is really even that tall, she made Gunna look like a midget. Okay. Wow. Well, let's take a dip into the comments. There's actually been a little bit of comments happening recently. She was mad big for that age. Apparently so. Okay. Big doofy 15-year-old. Okay. Wow. Exactly. Is she even tall? Bare, old, creepy. 100%. Wow, I'm really out of touch. IDK any of these guys. Well, that's why you're here. I'm finna put you on game. Okay. Finna put you on game. You should 100% listen to all these artists after we're done with our conversation. Okay. I'm probably up to her kneecap. Wow. That means you're probably quite short. She sounds legit. Megan Thee Stallion is quite legit, and she's also a tall baddie, according to the old man that saw her when she was 15. She's 5'9" or 5'10". That's pretty tall for a female. You know, that's why we hear, oh, she got the cake. The birthday cake, no Rihanna. So, but yeah, just as Lord said, this is why you're here. I'm finna put you on game. Okay. You 4'11". Golly, you are pint sized. But hey, we accept all heights, all ages, all ranges up in here. So, Megan Thee Stallion, big old freak, is on the billboards. Okay, let's give a round of applause for her. She's on the billboards with big old freak. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome for her. She's going to keep making waves. She's going to keep going up, you know. And she was in the top 4 last week, but I got to tell y'all why she's not in the top 4 anymore. And we're going to get there in just a second. But Megan Thee Stallion, 100% that she's bringing Ratchet back. Well, actually, no. I won't even say she's bringing Ratchet back. She's bringing sexy back. She's bringing sexy rap back into where she's not afraid to tell y'all, this is my sex life. You know, like this is what's happening. I'm a freak. You know, I'm 5'11 and a half, and I'm a freak. This is just what it is. Okay, but taking a small dip into the comments, guess before 11 facts, her big buff butt cheeks probably got the badonka dunk. She got a dunk. No, Soulja Boy. CC a legit midget. Damn, we just coming to CC in the comments right now. I'm sorry, CC, for bringing attention to your height. CC, you that little? OD. Yes, fun size. Oh, wow, LL, that's cute. But yeah. Oh, all cancer girls short. I don't know about that. I don't know if I can co-sign that statement. But Megan the Stallion is bringing sexy back and freaky back, while the City Girls are bringing ratchet back. Or is it Lil Yachty? But we're going to get into that quite shortly. But Megan the Stallion, if you need something to listen to, go ahead and listen to Big Ol' Freak. I would definitely recommend that. Gets you in your vibes, gets you in your I'm a bad gal, I'm a bad ting, you're going to listen to that, you're going to feel real nice and soft inside if you bump in that. So that's Megan the Stallion at 5. And at number 4, I'm going to put y'all on to Mr. NLE Choppa, okay? NLE Choppa, okay? Mr. NLE Choppa. Now, he went from not on the list. He was an honorable mention, okay? He was an honorable mention, and now he's on the list. And I got to let y'all know why. I'm going to let y'all know why, okay? But K African Max says, y'all remember Tina Snow? That album is fire. You should listen to that album, especially females. As a dude, I can still bump it. Just same way as a dude, I can bump City Girls, especially if someone like Lil Yachty can write the songs, I can especially listen to him, but NLE Choppa, okay. Wait, NLE Choppa makes music people that do drive-bys during the day on Easter Sunday enjoy, and that's a fact, okay. NLE Choppa is 16, and the man has had this success from when he was 15. Come on, let's be serious. Let's be for real, okay? Now, I'm gonna run it down for you on NLE Choppa. NLE Choppa and DaBaby just got, before there were famous videos made for them, okay? NLE Choppa's was 6 days ago, and DaBaby's was 5 days ago. Now, NLE Choppa's video is at 565K in 6 days. And he is one of the more requested artists for them to do a before they were famous video on. And so was DaBaby. But NLE Choppa got 565K. He is a Memphis artist, okay, 16 right now. And I don't know if you guys heard about it, but he turned down $3 million, okay? $3 million, okay? $3 million in order to keep his masters. He signed a distribution deal with United Masters headed by hip-hop legend Steve Stout, okay? Kept the money for his masters, okay? That's awesome for him at 16. And he's out here saying at 16, rappers are only thinking short term and not long term. And he doesn't even understand why you would sign, because as an artist in the short term, if you sign, you make that money, but then in the long term, you're not really making that money for yourself. You're making it for the label. And he's saying these things as a youngin. He's smart. Man, 16 and he's smart. Signed a distribution deal, turned down $3 million. The man is 16 and making 500K. And that's close to what you would get for an upfront from a label. The signing bonus. NLE Choppa is already making that 300 to 500K. He's making that already. So with that distribution deal, he can get things that a label would go up to him and say, yo, I can do this for you. He's like, yo, I'm doing this for myself. I'm already doing self-promotion. I'm already smart enough to sign a distribution deal. I'm already doing self-promo. I'm already doing millions of views on YouTube now. He's been getting a lot of comparisons to NBA YoungBoy because of the way he sounds, the way he looks. I feel like he really is YoungBoy reincarnated, just a younger version. But, that's not like that's some breaking new comparison that's been a thing. But, in terms of content and sound, it's the type of situation where it's like if the shoe fits, but in my comparison to them, they're both easy millies. Like, you got them on a song, you have a 1,000,000 view song right now. When NLE Choppa drops a video, it's gonna touch 1,000,000 views. Like, that's what it is at this point. Like, that's what it is for NLE Choppa at this point. And in case you were wondering, NLE stands for No Love Entertainment. Okay. NLE, No Love Entertainment, Choppa, and a lot of people back in Memphis called him Choppa. Now, I'm here to put y'all on to Mr. NLE Choppa. Okay, so going back to before they were famous, NLE Choppa did 565K in 6 days, and DaBaby only did 196 in 5 days. Now, mind you, I know DaBaby is lit. I'm not saying he's not lit, but that's a large difference. So, like I said, fan base and engagement is important. Fan base and engagement is important, and the thing that NLE Choppa has going for him is that he's young and he's growing up in the age to where all he's known was a phone in his hand. All he's known is technology. The man is 16. I'm really bad at math, but I'm pretty sure that means he was born in 2003. So the man grew up with phones. The man grew up with technology. So all these things that people pay thousands of, or like labels pay $100,000 to people to try to do for their artists, the man is able to do for himself because this is what he grew up in. This is natural to him. Okay. Pretty much every song he drops, he has a challenge for it. So he'd be like, oh, yo, make dance challenges to this, and people will do it. Like on Dub Smash, on TikTok, Instagram, people make reactions, people make dance challenges to his songs, which allows it to go even higher of an incline than it may have before. Laud says he's on his Nipsey. You know, he's smart, bro. He's smart for a youngin'. He really is. And to be that smart at such a young age is a very essential thing for your career, because in the short term, you will make the money, but in the long term, you'll realize you'll end up like Lil Uzi. You'll end up like Lil Uzi. But even then, the Lil Uzi situation could be, could be a little iffy. You know what I'm saying? Could be a little iffy. But that's a different topic for a different day. Okay. NLE Choppa is getting respect from major people outside of Steve Stout. He's getting respect from LeBron James and Birdman. Okay. He's on Birdman's album. He has a song with Birdman and Juvenile on YouTube. Now is over 2 mil. Okay. 100% fire. All right. Now, he was on Genius Verified for Shot of Flow. Shot of Flow is his most popular song right now, which is doing stupid numbers. He has 1 million on IG, 400,000 subs on YouTube. Okay. He has 1.9 million on Genius's open mic. And like I just said before, he was on Birdman's album. And probably if it was just Birdman and Juvenile, they weren't touching the mill. But with NLE Choppa, they touched the mill. And NLE Choppa has multiple million view videos. All right. You need to listen to NLE Choppa. The man was also on Angie Martinez and The Breakfast Club. Okay. He is definitely next up. He was also recently on Smoke Purp's album. And before we get off NLE Choppa, I just want to say that LeBron actually DM'd him and said, you reminded me of me when I was younger, when Reebok offered me $10 million and I told him no. So LeBron is hitting up the 16-year-old kid. If that's not a stupid, ridiculous cosign, I don't know what is. Okay. But NLE Choppa is not at number 4. And honestly, if we're being serious, he has the opportunity to go up even higher. But we all know what DaBaby, Blueface, and City Girls have been doing. I'm still waiting for JT to be freed. And when they drop the Act Up music video, it's going to slap. Okay. It's going to slap. But honestly, I had ideas of even dropping City Girls to 4 simply because of Lil Yachty coming out and saying that he ghost wrote that track. Now, it kind of hurts them a little bit. It kind of hurts them a little bit, truly, because of the fact that, that's supposed to be their personality, but you had a dude writing that for you. I feel like it hurts them a little bit. It hurts them a little bit. It does. Their biggest song wasn't even written by them, except for the last verse was written by JT, but everyone has songs written for them. I'm not saying that, but, for Lil Yachty to come out and say that, I think it really did hurt them a little bit. But, Blueface is featured on Slide, French Montana, and Lil TJ. Now, that's going to be a summer banger. Wait for it. That's my heavy prediction, because French Montana knows. Okay, French Montana knows how to make a summer jam. Like, he just knows how to make a summer jam. 100%. He 100% knows how to make a summer jam. So to be on that song with Lil TJ and French Montana is going to be stupid for him. And Shaq also just did the Tatiana dance on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? First Montana and the Shaq cosign are two big cosigns, and Shaq's trying to bring the dance back. Shaq is a stupid presence. That's a stupid cosign, 100%. And the baby is still the baby. He's still putting up his numbers. He's been doing things well to maintain his spot. But as we always say, the week determines the ladder. Okay, so each week the ladder is subject to change. All right, so before we get out of here real soon, I'm going to take a dip into the comments. African Max says all NLE music sound the same. You could say that for a lot of artists. A lot of people like Young Boy, and I think sometimes his music kind of sounds the same. But then what about Cardi? Cardi's biggest songs were written by him as well as Drake. But that's a fact. I'm not disputing that with you. But we all kind of knew, and from the get-go, we all knew that. From the get-go, we knew Cardi was writing her songs. From the get-go, we knew Cardi was writing her songs. For this to be her personality, their personality, City Girls, and for Lil Yachty to have written that, it's kind of just like, wow. Now, I'm not saying that they haven't written any of the other songs, but to have one of their biggest songs right now be written by someone like Lil Yachty and for them to come out and say that, I'm not saying it hurts them so much to where they're going to be down to honorable mentions, but it hurt them a little bit to where it's like, that's supposed to be your personality. You're supposed to be the Ratchet Girls, and your biggest Ratchet song wasn't even written by you guys. I'm not saying that it drops them down exponentially, but it's like, this is supposed to be who we know you guys as, and now your biggest song comes out as, even though I've been known this before this interview because it was made known a little while ago that Lil Yachty wrote this, but for it to be known now, the biggest song where it's all Ratchet vibes was written by Lil Yachty, and it's supposed to be you guys' personality. That's all I'm saying. But I definitely feel what you're saying with that. But I want to thank you guys for joining me for this week's Hip Hop Rookie of the Year. We'll keep doing this every week until we crown ourselves a Rookie of the Year. Okay, it was great having you guys here and discussing and having discourse about the Hip Hop Rookie of the Year. Because, it's fun. We do this, and we need to start rewarding these artists for putting in the work. And we're going to start right here at Quality Time Network. Okay. I'm Elajas, and you guys are watching another day in the Elajas era. And we're going to ride out till we get cut off. Okay. And I'm going to just keep saying songs that you listen to for these artists until we get cut off. Roddy Ricch, Die Young. Megan Thee Stallion, Big Ol' Freak. NLE Choppa, Bird Boy. City Girls, Where the Bag At. Blueface, DM. DaBaby, Walker, Texas Ranger, and Babysitter. Okay. What else you guys listen to? Blueface, Slide. Listen to Slide if you have not. French Montana, Lil TJ. City Girls, obviously Act Up. Seasons featuring Lil Baby. Listen to that. Roddy Ricch, Down Below. Can Express. Listen to those. Megan Thee Stallion. But
Yep.